Hello, welcome to my channel, fams. Today we're going to look at the transport validation accessibility for visually impaired person in Abuja. So the visually impaired persons with disability or the blind, yesterday was their white cane day, and today they started off with a validation. What this program is going to talk about, the barriers visually impaired persons has in Abuja or as a whole, the way forward, and who are responsible to make it work. So they say one of the barriers they face are attitudinal barriers. Many transporters doesn't want to transport them when they know that
Every
they are
work
blind
we are
person.
doing,
People
I've
use
seen
derogatory words on them.
you
There
need
is
to
no
be
ramp.
very knowledgeable
There is
about this.
no
That it's not all the
audio
work that you do that you
audio
begin to
play to
involve
announce
every stakeholder.
where the bus stop is where
Especially
all
when
of
you
the
are
stop if they
when
enter
you
into
are
public
coming up with
transport.
document, that's the
There is no
advocacy
ramp,
document.
and when it comes to
Those are
wheelchair
those
users,
advocacy
there
documents
is
need to be
no
on your own.
wheelchair
There's a time
lift. And again, if you're walking on the road, there is many manholes that has been removed in the gutters, and most times they can fall into it. No proper naming on the road like zebra crossing, and the drivers are not even following it. They say, okay, buildings are also not what well labeled that they can be able to read it or somebody to do that for them. And again, that most time there is no SLI, sign language interpreters. And again, there is no legislative that is empowered enough to push them. That these and many more are the challenges when it comes to accessibility. Some places, the steps are very hard for them to climb. They can't be able to climb the steps. Then when I asked, what is the way forward? They said the way forward they should be in the planning. Whenever they are doing any decision, a person with disability, visually impaired, they should include them so they can be able to add value and make impact in building of some public buildings. They need to consult them so they can put them into consideration, where to put lift, where to put the appropriate ramp, where to put the appropriate labeling, that with that it can be accessible and inclusive. I say the same thing is also applicable to buses, to railways, and also to flight. The railways actually is not accessible for any form of person with disability, including even a wheelchair user, because when any person with disability is talking about their inclusion, when you see it is intertwined with another person with a different kinds of disability. My name is Monica Renze. Continue watching. So these and many more are the things they discuss. And after that, I say, who is going to champion this? The thing centered is an individual, that any person living with disability should be able to champion this cause firsthand with your face from your social media page or handle. Talk about it, start campaigning for it, as well as media capacity and all the rest. So we continue with the recommendations. It was mentioned capacity building. Media is powerful at this time to use to achieve any kind of impact that we can do individually, organizationally. But more emphasis on individual. Then another thing, talk about the stakeholders to join, collaboration, non-governmental organization, collaboration among person with disability to champion this. And also, so whenever you see where they're building or constructing something, you can go and make inquiry. You can go and make your campaign there. It can be quiet. It must not be loud. It must not be forceful. It will not be a campaign or a protest that will be very violent. And also many people mention about improving through
So people
legislators,
mention
through consulting the maybe road transport
training
workers,
of road
road
workers,
safeties, to ensure that
training of
they are all
stakeholders
educated, and
on
whenever they are
sensitivity of
carrying out things,
disability,
they can be
so that
able
they
to
can
put everything
understand
discussed
and know
today
what are peculiar
into
needs
place. And they
of
made mention
visually
that some other
impaired
countries like
and
UK,
other persons with
like
disability,
Kenya,
because we
and
can see
South
somebody that
Africa,
is visually
that they are
impaired
disability
and also a
inclusive, and
wheelchair
like
user.
Dubai, that they've
Because in my
improved a whole
cluster
lot.
we have a
That is
spinal cord
also
injured
so good
person
for
who is
Nigerians
hearing
to borrow
impaired.
a leaf from this
So
particular
that's why I say
country
this is always
and do the
intertwined.
same
And if we have a
for
legislator that
us. So for
understands,
person with
because we do not have
disability,
to
it
understand
is
this
not
need, this
easy for
peculiar
them to
need, or
navigate.
that has put mind to
Thank
research
you
and
and bye
understand this
for now.
peculiar need, they will be able to help to join on this advocacy, on this campaign of inclusion. Because what person with disability are really yearning for, nothing more than what disability inclusion, make things accessible. Because it's only when you make them accessible, you make things accessible for them, you include them. So the essence of this today's meeting is for them to come up with a policy document which they can present anytime. And thanks be to God that that was successfully achieved by end of the day. Many other countries were mentioned that have been successful: UK, Kenya, South Africa, Dubai, and some other country, which make lives more easily to adapt. Thank you for watching and for listening. Continue watching this channel. Bye for now.